Hey, beautiful Pisces, I want to talk to you about something that has been showing up in your energy lately. And honestly, this reading gave me chills. We are going to explore something really profound about your journey, something that goes back to before you even took your first breath in this world. This is about a spiritual inheritance that was placed upon your life from the moment you were conceived, a blessing that has been with you since your gestation. And here is what the cards are revealing. There have been people, energies, forces trying to take this away from you, trying to steal what was always meant to be yours. I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, Pisces, and what came through was not just a reading, it was a message. The universe is pulling back the veil right now to show you exactly what has been happening in the spiritual realm, and more importantly, what is about to shift in your favor. So let me share what I am seeing, because this is going to bring so much clarity to things you have probably been feeling but could not quite put into words. Before we dive into the cards, I want you to understand something. As a Pisces, you were born with a direct connection to the divine, to the spiritual realm, to the unseen forces that guide and protect us. This is not something you earned or learned. This was given to you. And when something that valuable is given to someone, there will always be those who notice it, who want it, who try to diminish it or take it for themselves. This reading is going to show you how that has been playing out in your life and what is coming next. The first card that appeared in your reading is Judgment. And wow, Pisces, this is such a powerful card to open with. Judgment is about spiritual awakening, rebirth, and divine calling. This card is confirming what I said at the beginning. You came into this world with a purpose that was assigned to you before birth. There's something about your soul contract, about what you agreed to do in this lifetime, that is significant. And the universe is calling you to step into that now. When I look at Judgment in the context of your spiritual inheritance, I am seeing that you have been going through a period of awakening. Maybe you have been feeling different lately, more aware, more sensitive to energies around you. You might be noticing synchronicities, seeing repeating numbers, having vivid dreams, or just knowing things without being told. This is your inheritance activating, Pisces. This is you remembering who you really are and why you are here. But here is what is also showing up with this card. There has been a judgment placed on you by others. People who did not understand your gifts, who were threatened by your light, who tried to make you feel like there was something wrong with you for being so intuitive, so empathetic, so connected to something greater. They judged you, criticized you, maybe even mocked you for your spiritual nature, and in some cases, they tried to convince you that your gifts were not real, that you were imagining things, that you needed to be more practical or realistic. The Judgment card is saying that time is over. There is a spiritual court case happening in the unseen realm right now, and the verdict is coming down in your favor. Those who tried to steal your inheritance, who tried to dim your light, who tried to disconnect you from your spiritual source, they are about to face their own reckoning. And you, beautiful Pisces, you are about to experience a resurrection of everything they tried to kill in you. I am seeing that this spiritual inheritance includes gifts of intuition, healing abilities, prophetic dreams, and a direct line of communication with your angels and guides. Some of you Pisces might have come from a lineage of healers, seers, or spiritual practitioners. Even if that is not obvious in your family tree, the spiritual DNA is there. And what is happening now is that the ancestors, the spiritual guides, the divine forces that have been protecting this inheritance are stepping forward to ensure you receive what is rightfully yours. The second card in your reading is the Devil. And before you get worried, let me explain what this is showing. The Devil card represents bondage, manipulation, control, and false beliefs. In the context of your spiritual inheritance, this card is revealing how people have tried to steal from you. They used manipulation, they created dependencies, they made you doubt yourself, they attached energetic cords to you to drain your power. There is something really specific coming through here, Pisces. I am seeing that someone, possibly multiple people, recognized your spiritual power, and instead of celebrating it, they wanted to use it for themselves. This could be a family member who wanted you to use your intuitive gifts to serve them while keeping you in a position where you felt obligated or guilty. This could be a romantic partner who was drawn to your healing energy, but then became vampiric, constantly taking from you without giving back. This could be friends who came to you for spiritual guidance, readings, or emotional support, but never wanted to see you actually step into your full power because then you would no longer be available to them in the same way. The Devil card shows that there have been toxic patterns, unhealthy attachments, and spiritual manipulation in your life. And the crazy thing is, these people convinced you that they were helping you, that you needed them, that you could not survive or thrive without them. But the truth that is being revealed now is the opposite. They needed you. They needed access to your spiritual inheritance. They needed your light because theirs was dim. They needed your connection to the divine because they had lost theirs. What I am also picking up with the Devil card is that there might have been some spiritual interference or attacks. When someone carries a powerful spiritual inheritance like you do, Pisces, it attracts attention not just from people, but from negative entities and energies. Some of you might have experienced unexplained obstacles, sudden health issues that doctors could not explain, relationships that seemed cursed, or financial blocks that made no logical sense. This was not random bad luck. This was spiritual warfare. There were forces trying to prevent you from accessing your full inheritance because they knew once you did, you would be unstoppable. But here is the good news that comes with the Devil card. Once you recognize the chains, you can break them. And that is exactly what is happening in your life right now. You are starting to see clearly who has been manipulating you, what patterns you need to release, and where you have been giving your power away. The Devil reversed, which is the energy we are moving into, represents liberation. You are breaking free, Pisces, and there is nothing anyone can do to stop it. The third card that came through is the Tower, and I know this card can feel scary, but in your reading, it is actually a blessing. The Tower represents sudden change, destruction of false structures, and divine intervention. Everything that was built on lies, manipulation, and control is about to collapse. And yes, this might feel chaotic or uncomfortable, but it is necessary for you to fully claim your spiritual inheritance. I am seeing the Tower as the moment when you finally see the truth about certain people and situations. There is going to be a revelation, maybe multiple revelations, that shatter your old perceptions. You might discover that someone you trusted was actually working against you. You might realize that an opportunity you thought you missed was actually something that would have trapped you. You might see clearly that a relationship you mourned losing was actually draining your spiritual power. The Tower is the universe clearing out everything that is blocking you from your birthright, and sometimes that means things have to fall apart so something better can be built. I know it is not easy to go through Tower moments, but I want you to trust that this destruction is divine. What is falling away is what was always meant to fall away. What is being destroyed is what was built by human hands, not by divine design. For some of you, Pisces, the Tower is also representing a breakdown before a breakthrough. You might go through a period where you feel like everything is falling apart, where you question everything, where you wonder if you are going crazy or if your spiritual gifts are even real. This is actually a death of the old you, the version of yourself that was programmed to doubt your power, that was conditioned to shrink, that was taught to give your gifts away for free while others profited from them. What I am also sensing with the Tower is that there is going to be an exposure. Secrets are going to come to light. People who have been operating in the shadows, stealing from you energetically, or taking credit for your ideas and insights, they are about to be exposed. The truth is going to come out in a way that is undeniable. And while this might feel intense, it is ultimately setting you free because you will finally see who was for you and who was against you. The fourth card in your spread is the Moon, and this is so perfect for you, Pisces, because the Moon is one of your ruling cards in tarot. The Moon represents intuition, psychic abilities, the subconscious mind, and hidden truths. This card is confirming that your spiritual inheritance is directly connected to your intuitive and psychic gifts. You were born with an ability to see beyond the physical realm, to sense energy, to receive messages from spirit, to tap into the collective unconscious. But the Moon is also showing me that there has been confusion, deception, and illusions surrounding your spiritual path. There were people who deliberately tried to confuse you, who gaslighted you about your intuitive hits, who made you question what you were seeing or feeling. They would tell you that you were being paranoid, too sensitive, reading into things, or making things up. But you were not wrong, Pisces. Your intuition was always right. They just did not want you to trust it, because then you would see them clearly. The Moon card is also revealing that some of your spiritual inheritance has been hidden from you intentionally. There might be family secrets, ancestral trauma, or generational curses that were never spoken about, but that have been affecting your life. The Moon is bringing these hidden things to the surface now, so they can be healed and cleared. You are being called to do ancestral healing work, to break cycles that have been running in your family line for generations. What is really beautiful about the Moon in your reading is that it shows you are entering a phase of heightened intuition and psychic development. Your dreams are going to become more vivid and prophetic. Your ability to read people and situations is going to sharpen dramatically. You might start automatically knowing things about people without them telling you, or receiving clear messages from your guides and angels. This is your inheritance, activating at a whole new level. I am also seeing with the Moon that you need to pay attention to your dreams right now, especially dreams about water, the ocean, or your deceased loved ones. Your ancestors and spirit guides are trying to communicate with you through the dreamscape. They have messages for you about your spiritual gifts, about your path forward, about the protection that is around you. Keep a dream journal, Pisces. Write down what you remember as soon as you wake up. The guidance you need is coming through at night. The fifth card is Page of Wands, and this is such an exciting card because it represents new beginnings in your creative and spiritual expression. The page is a messenger, and in your reading, this is showing that you are about to receive an invitation or opportunity to share your spiritual gifts in a new way. This could be starting a spiritual business, creating content about your intuitive insights, leading workshops or circles, writing a book, or simply being more open about your gifts with the people in your life. What I love about the Page of Wands here is that it shows youthful enthusiasm and a willingness to try new things. Even if you have been working with your spiritual gifts for years, there is a fresh energy coming in that is going to reignite your passion. You are going to feel excited about your path again. You are going to want to explore, experiment, and play with your abilities. This is the energy of someone who is no longer hiding their light but ready to let it shine. The Page of Wands is also showing me that you are going to be sharing your story. There is something powerful about your specific journey, the things you have been through, the way you have survived and thrived despite people trying to steal from you, that is going to inspire others. You are being called to step into a messenger role, to be a voice for those who are still finding theirs, to show people that it is possible to reclaim your power and your spiritual inheritance, no matter what has been taken from you. But here is what else is coming through with this card. You need to be bold right now. The Page of Wands is saying, do not play small, do not wait for permission, do not let fear of judgment stop you from expressing your gifts. There will always be people who do not understand, who criticize, who try to dim your light. But those people are not your concern anymore. Your concern is answering the divine call that is on your life, and that requires courage. I am also seeing that the Page of Wands can represent a young person or someone with youthful energy who is going to play a role in your journey. This could be a student, a child, or someone who is new to spirituality, who is going to look up to you and learn from you. Teaching others is going to be a big part of how you step into your spiritual inheritance, Pisces. As you share what you know, as you help others develop their gifts, you will actually strengthen your own connection to the divine. The sixth card in your reading is Six of Pentacles, and this is a card about giving and receiving, charity, generosity, and balanced exchange. In the context of your spiritual inheritance, this card is addressing something really important, the way you have been giving your gifts away without proper energetic exchange. Six of Pentacles is showing that you have been overly generous with your time, energy, spiritual insights, and healing abilities. You have been the one everyone comes to when they need help, guidance, or a miracle. But how often have people shown up for you? This card is revealing an imbalance that needs to be corrected. Your spiritual inheritance is valuable, Pisces. Your gifts are not common. Not everyone can do what you do, And yet you have been conditioned to believe that you should give these gifts away freely, that it is selfish to expect anything in return, that your value is in how much you serve others. But Six of Pentacles is saying, no, there needs to be balance. I am hearing very clearly that part of what people have been trying to steal from you is the energetic exchange you deserve. They want your gifts, but they do not want to honor them properly. They want your intuitive insights, but they get offended when you start charging for readings. They want your healing energy, but they disappear when you are the one who needs support. They want access to your spiritual power, but they do not want to acknowledge the years of work, pain, and development it took for you to cultivate these gifts. The Six of Pentacles is calling you to establish boundaries around your spiritual gifts. It is okay to charge for your services. It is okay to say no to people who only take. It is okay to be selective about who gets access to your energy. In fact, it is necessary. When you start honoring your gifts with proper boundaries and energetic exchange, you actually step more fully into your spiritual inheritance because you are acknowledging its value. What is also showing up with this card is that as you start honoring your gifts properly, abundance is going to flow to you. The Six of Pentacles in the upright position shows someone in a position of power who has resources to share. That is the energy you are stepping into. You are moving from the position of the person begging for scraps to the person who has plenty and can give from overflow. Your spiritual inheritance includes prosperity, not just spiritual gifts. You are meant to be abundant in all areas of your life. The seventh card is the Sun, and oh my goodness, Pisces, this card is bringing me so much joy for you. The Sun represents success, vitality, clarity, celebration, and blessings. After all the heaviness of the Devil and the Tower, after the confusion of the Moon, the Sun is breaking through with radiant energy. This is confirmation that you are moving into a season of joy, recognition, and fulfillment. The Sun is showing me that your spiritual inheritance is about to become visible. Everything that was hidden, everything that was operating behind the scenes, everything that you have been developing in private is about to be brought into the light. And when the sun shines on something, everyone can see it. This means your gifts are going to be recognized, acknowledged, and celebrated. People are going to start seeing you differently. They are going to respect you in a new way. Opportunities that were previously closed are going to open. What I love about the Sun in your reading is that it represents authentic happiness. Not the fake smile you put on to make others comfortable, but genuine, deep, soul-level joy. You are about to experience what it feels like to be fully aligned with your purpose, to be using your gifts in a way that honors them, to be surrounded by people who appreciate and support you. This is the life you were always meant to live, Pisces, and the Sun is saying it is finally here. The Sun is also a card of childlike wonder and innocence. I am sensing that you are going to reconnect with a part of yourself that you lost, the part that believed in magic, that trusted the universe, that knew without a doubt that you were special and meant for great things. Somewhere along the way, life and difficult people made you forget that. But the Sun is bringing that energy back. You are going to feel hopeful again, playful again, free again. For some of you, the Sun might also be indicating a birth or new beginning related to children. This could be a literal pregnancy or birth, or it could be the birth of a creative project, a business, or a new chapter in your life that feels like your baby. Whatever you are bringing into the world right now carries your spiritual DNA, your unique gifts, and it is going to be successful. The eighth card is strength. And this card is making me emotional for you, Pisces, because it shows just how strong you have been through everything. Strength is not about physical power or aggression. It is about inner fortitude, courage, compassion, and the ability to tame your inner beasts. This card is honoring the strength it has taken for you to hold onto your spiritual gifts when people were trying to take them, to keep believing in yourself when everyone told you that you were wrong, to keep your heart open when you had every reason to close it. Strength is showing me that your spiritual inheritance includes an unbreakable spirit. No matter what has been done to you, no matter who has tried to destroy you, no matter how many times you have been knocked down, you keep getting back up. This resilience, this refusal to be defeated, this commitment to your spiritual path even when it is hard, that is part of your inheritance too. You come from a lineage of survivors, of warriors, of people who knew how to hold on to their faith when everything else was falling apart. But here is what strength is also revealing. You have been gentle with people who did not deserve your gentleness. You have been patient with people who were using that patience against you. You have been compassionate toward people who showed you no compassion in return. The Strength card is saying that while these qualities are beautiful, you need to start directing that same energy toward yourself. You have been taming everyone else's demons, healing everyone else's wounds, holding space for everyone else's growth. But who is doing that for you, Pisces? Strength is calling you to turn that powerful, loving energy inward. Be patient with yourself as you heal. Be compassionate with yourself as you learn new boundaries. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this transformation. You deserve the same care you have given everyone else. I am also seeing with strength that you have a lion inside you that is ready to roar for too long. You have been quiet, accommodating, trying not to make waves. But there is a fierce, powerful energy within you that is ready to be expressed. This does not mean being aggressive or angry. It means standing in your truth with confidence, setting boundaries without guilt, and claiming your spiritual inheritance without apology. The 9th card is King of Pentacles, and this is such a powerful card to have in your reading because it represents mastery, abundance, legacy, and financial security. The King of Pentacles is showing me that your spiritual inheritance is not just ethereal and metaphysical, it is also tangible. You are meant to build something real and lasting with your gifts. You are meant to create wealth, stability, and security through your spiritual work. This card is revealing that there is a king energy awakening within you. A king is someone who rules their domain with wisdom, who makes decisions from a place of sovereignty, who builds empires that outlast them. You are being called to step into that energy, Pisces. No more playing small, no more asking for permission, no more waiting to be chosen. You are the king of your own spiritual kingdom, and it is time to start acting like it. The King of Pentacles also shows that you are going to be successful in the material world through your spiritual gifts. This could manifest as a thriving spiritual business, financial abundance that comes from honoring your gifts, or opportunities to monetize your intuitive and healing abilities in a way that feels aligned. For so long, you might have believed that spirituality and money do not mix, that you should give your gifts away for free, that it is wrong to profit from your spiritual work. But the King of Pentacles is saying that is a lie that was told to you to keep you poor and powerless. Your ancestors want you to be prosperous. The divine wants you to be abundant. Your spiritual inheritance includes wealth. And when you finally allow yourself to receive the financial blessings that come with your gifts, you will be able to do even more good in the world because you will have the resources to back your mission. What I am also picking up with the King of Pentacles is that you are going to be building a legacy. Something you create during this chapter of your life is going to outlive you, is going to impact future generations, is going to become part of your spiritual inheritance that you pass down. This is bigger than just you, Pisces. You are part of a lineage, and you are responsible for ensuring that the gifts you were given are preserved, honored, and passed forward. The final card in your reading is Ace of Swords, and wow, what a way to close this spread. The Ace of Swords represents breakthrough, clarity, truth, mental power, and new perspectives. This card is showing me that you are about to experience a major breakthrough in understanding your spiritual inheritance and what it means for your life. Everything is going to suddenly make sense. All the pieces are going to come together. The confusion is going to clear. The Ace of Swords is a card of truth cutting through lies. Every person who tried to steal from you, every situation where you were manipulated, every moment when you were made to doubt yourself, it is all going to be revealed for what it really was. And this truth, while potentially painful, is going to set you free. Because once you see clearly, once you understand what really happened, you can never be deceived in that way again. What I love about the Ace of Swords in your reading is that it shows you are going to have mental clarity and sharp discernment moving forward. Your ability to see through people, to detect lies, to understand hidden motives is going to be razor sharp. Nobody is going to be able to play games with you anymore, Pisces. You are going to see them coming from a mile away, and you are going to protect your energy accordingly. The Ace of Swords is also showing me that you are going to be speaking your truth in a powerful way. Your words are going to carry weight. Your voice is going to matter. When you speak about your spiritual experiences, about your journey, about what you have learned, people are going to listen. This card indicates that part of your spiritual inheritance is the gift of clear communication, the ability to articulate complex spiritual concepts in ways that others can understand and apply to their own lives. For some of you, the Ace of Swords might be indicating legal victory, signed contracts, or official recognition of your work. If there have been any situations where people have tried to take credit for your ideas, steal your intellectual property, or benefit from your work without permission, this card shows that justice is coming. The truth is going to be documented, proven, and acknowledged in a way that protects you and your spiritual inheritance moving forward. So Pisces, let me bring all of this together for you, because what the cards are showing is a complete story of your spiritual journey. You came into this world blessed, marked by the divine, carrying an inheritance that was given to you before you took your first breath. This inheritance includes intuitive gifts, healing abilities, a direct connection to the spiritual realm, and a purpose that is significant and impactful. But throughout your life, there have been people who recognized your light, and instead of celebrating it, they tried to take it. They manipulated you, controlled you, drained your energy, made you doubt your gifts, and convinced you that you needed them when the truth was they needed you. They tried to steal your spiritual inheritance, not because they could actually take it away permanently, but because they wanted to prevent you from accessing it fully. But here is what they did not count on. Your spiritual inheritance is protected by forces greater than any human manipulation. The universe, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they have been watching, waiting, protecting, and now the time has come for restoration. Everything that was taken is being given back multiplied. Every lie is being exposed. Every person who worked against you is facing their karma. Every door that was closed is opening. You are entering a season of clarity where you finally see the truth about your past and your purpose. You are stepping into power, claiming your sovereignty, and building something lasting with your gifts. You are experiencing liberation, breaking free from toxic patterns and spiritual manipulation. You are moving into abundance, receiving the prosperity that has always been part of your inheritance. And you are being celebrated, recognized, and honored for the magnificent spiritual being that you are. This is not just about recovering what was lost, Pisces. This is about stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. This is about finally using your spiritual inheritance in the way it was intended, to heal yourself, to serve others, to create change, to build legacy. This is about becoming the king of your spiritual kingdom and ruling with wisdom, compassion, and strength. The people who tried to steal from you, they failed. They might have delayed your journey. They might have caused you pain, but they could not take what the divine gave you. Your spiritual inheritance is yours. It always has been. And now you are ready to claim it fully. I hope this reading brought you the clarity and confirmation you needed. Beautiful Pisces. Trust your intuition. Honor your gifts. Protect your energy. Build your legacy. You were born blessed, and nothing and nobody can change that.